I have a massive confession to make. I've made like a handful of beats. I've had massive beat block. What's good people, it's Ocean here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a few ways how to blast through beat block so you don't get beat block anymore. So you can literally like punch it in the face, dead it. This last month, I've suffered from beat block. I talk about it like it's an illness, man. I've been suffering from beat block. No, but I've had bad beat block, like I've been trying to sit down and make beats and I'll sit there for an hour, nothing happens. I maybe play a couple notes and I'm not feeling it, then I bounce. Then I come back and I try again and the same thing's happening, it's not working. Nothing that I'm playing is sounding good to me. I start getting super demotivated and then I'm kind of like, let me try again another day. And then another day. And I come back in and try again another day and it just keeps on going on. And I can't build any momentum, I can't get going. So I'm gonna list a few ways on how to dead beat block and how to make beats again. Beat block sucks so much because like there's some times where you like, yeah, I want to be super creative today. I want to make, maybe you say I want to make 2 beats today or 3 beats today or 10 beats today, and you can't even get past the first one. And when you do get past the first one, it just sucks. It's not even a good beat. So the tips I'm going to show you today on how to get rid of beat block, how to break through it, is what I usually do. I don't know if I could say I've had a lot of beat block in the past. I mean, I guess I have done. I think most creatives definitely have a creative block at some point in their creativity, in their field, whatever. But usually it's not a problem for me. I'll just work through it. Maybe the first 2 beats I do are really but then I'll just keep going and eventually I'll break out of it. Maybe it takes me a few hours, but I'll break out of it and then I'll start making something that's good again. But this time, this month of November, this was awful. This has been like the worst month in such a long time for me. I hardly made any beats, like literally. I made a handful of beats. And it's because I kind of just gave up. I wasn't willing to push myself through it. It was like, I can't catch a vibe, I'll try and catch a vibe another time. And it just continued and continued to spiral along and get out of hand until I made literally not many beats that month. So here are my main ways on how to beat beat block. Number 1, get out of the studio. For me, creativity, sometimes I need to get out of an environment and put myself in a new environment and try and be inspired by my surroundings. I'm usually very inspired by where I'm at, inspired by, it can be the food, it can be the music, whatever. It just gives me a different outlook or perspective on life, which then I can put into my beats and my beats come out differently. Like, it's just inspiration at the end of the day. And when you're stuck in the studio 24/7 just in front of your laptop, it gets monotonous, it's the same thing, it's the same routine. Sometimes you just need to change up your environment. So instead of cooking up at home in your studio, maybe grab like a portable keyboard or something like that. Take your laptop. You really don't need much to produce. As you see, I literally produce with my laptop, not even my MIDI board sometimes. But yeah, literally just take your headphones, MIDI keyboards, your laptop, go to a coffee shop, go to the park, go wherever, try and catch a vibe somewhere else. And you might find some inspiration somewhere else which kind of takes you out of your routine, switches things up, and then you're creative again. That happens a lot for me. If you follow me on Instagram at ProdByOcean, you see that sometimes I go out and I cook up and I make beats outside. And yeah, I like to do that just to get different inspiration, get a different feeling. I don't really have a studio, I literally just have this. I don't have monitors and whatever. So I don't need to be here, I can be anywhere and produce music. Which brings me on to my next point, number 2. Do not judge yourself too hard on the beats you make. In my case, I guess beat block was something mental for me. Did I really have beat block? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just didn't want to push through. Maybe I was putting myself off in the sense that the first beat I made was terrible. So now I kind of don't want to make anything else because I'm not feeling creative and I'm not feeling good about myself. So I just put it off. But instead, you shouldn't judge yourself too hardly on the beats you make because we're music producers, we're creatives. You can't expect yourself to make the banger all the time. Sometimes you're going to put out some terrible beats and then you're going to put out some good ones. When I first started, maybe every 20 beats I made, one was listenable, one was good. As I've practiced and practiced, my ratios have gone down, so maybe 1 in 6 or 1 in 7. And the same thing for you. Sometimes you just have to go through making those terrible beats to get to your good one. So don't judge yourself on those terrible beats. It happens, just push through it, literally. Do your 6 terrible beats. And I guess don't think of it as terrible, just do your 6 beats. And on your 7th one, maybe you get lucky and you've made a banger there. I guess what I'm trying to say is just push through it and don't judge yourself too harsh on the beats you make. Step number 3. This is something I really like to do, it gets me inspired a lot. I like to watch people making beats. I'll just type on YouTube, literally try and find a video of someone making a beat. And that kind of gets me in the mood, it kind of gets me going. I'm like, okay, this is sick, I see what he's doing here, let me try and do that now. And in that way, I'm kind of continuously learning at the same time. So I'm trying something new. I'm not just doing what I'm used to doing. I've watched somebody do something. I want to see if that works for me. So I'm applying what I've learned, putting it in a beat, and I've made something new. It definitely inspires me to see other producers cooking up. As I said, I'll go on YouTube, find beat making videos. I'll go on Instagram and look at cook-ups. And then I'll catch a vibe from what other people are doing. It gets me kind of going. Step number 4, listen to music, but don't just listen to the music. Listen to music that you don't usually listen to. That definitely helps, especially with sampling. So for instance, instead of me just listening to the Trapped on Rap Caviar, I'll switch up completely. I'll go listen to jazz. I'll go listen to 80s rock. I'll go listen to 90s pop, something like that. And I'm hearing different things. I'm really trying to listen out to the production and what they were doing in that time period, and listening to like, okay, why did this work? This sounded cool. Let me try that. Or this sample sounds sick. Let me try and flip it into this. And my last tip, number 5, I'll literally go in my Logic, I'll pull up some old project file that I haven't opened in a long time. I'll listen to it and then I'll just try and make a beat out of that. So let me go do that right now. So I'm literally just gonna pull up an old file. I'm just gonna literally trying to look through my files and see what I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up something super random. Mini, this sounds super interesting to me. So let me just open that up. I do not remember this beat at all, so we'll see. Alright, so I got the beat open. Let's hear what I got. Okay, so I remember this. I was watching, actually this is a perfect example. I was watching a beat making video on Rhythm Roulette, and there was a producer that was sampling a Minnie Riperton song. So I thought, let me try sample that too. So I got the sample here, and I put on some hi-hats, I guess a clap, and a kick. So what I'm gonna do now is just try and cook up, try and finish this beat. If I don't finish it, I'm not gonna be too harsh on myself, but I'm gonna try and finish it. Let me see what I can do. Let me take out that kick. I think I might go ahead and even add in some sound sifter into this one. Let me try perk it up now, add in some perks. Let's go. Throw that there and then maybe I'll try without the sound shifter first. Maybe something like that. And then I'll just quantize everything. Move them down. Some of it's still off a bit. Something like that, and then I want to have my pitch effect back on, so I'm going to turn it on here, and I'm going to drag that here as well, so now it's in tune. just as simple as that really. I'll rearrange this into a proper beat, and I'll definitely add in a few more things too, because it's definitely incomplete, but I mean, it's a good start at least. But I hope these tips have helped you to overcome beat block. Let me know in the comments below if you ever get beat block, and what do you usually do. These are my tips, this is what I personally do. I do these 5 things. But yeah, I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you overcome beat block so you don't just get lazy and stop making beats. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I'll see you guys in the future.